Hey there, it's Dan with the Wildlands Innovation Network. So I got some thoughts to share with you this morning, and it's about the power of self-awareness. Just went to a leadership event in Montana that this one kind of landed for me. Of course, everybody kind of knows about this, but this is a little bit different way to think about this. And the thing that kind of popped into my head, in a lot of ways, I've gone through most of my life. In early years, you're kind of drifting, figuring out who you are and what you want to do in the world. You're not really very aware of the problems in the world. I mean, it's, let's face it, 20 years old, like, there's only so much. Anyways, and as you go on, you start to get, you find a good job, find something you like doing, and you get more and more interested and aware of solutions in your life. You start a business like me, you get more and more interested in finding solutions to grow, to whether it's personally and professionally. And it isn't until now in my 40s, hard to say, 40 years old plus, let's leave it at that, less than 50, oh my God, distraction. You start to get into this level of self-awareness. It takes a lot of work to get there, and it kind of leads you to designing things around you. You design your life. Your life doesn't happen to you anymore. You start designing those futures, and you realize how much of that comes from your level of self-awareness about yourself, about the people around you. This really ties to business in that most of us, if self-employed or large or small business, realize that growth in your organization is tied to people. The difference between a job and a business, a lot of it has to do with finding the right people to grow and have more impact in the world, grow the size of your company. It has everything to do with more customers, more employees, more partnerships, building and nurturing those relationships. When you do that from a point of self-awareness, things go well. Of course, you fire people. Of course, relationships aren't always perfect. Of course, finding the right partnerships in business and in life, you got to go through a few. It doesn't always go well. And as you get more in that self-awareness and that design mindset, there's a lot of rewards. When you keep looking for good things in the world and the best in people and nurturing and believing in those things, and it unlocks something huge, you guys. So wherever you're at in your life or in your business, keep that in mind. I think one of the last things to leave you with is you get to a point in your life to where you just want to solve a problem. You want to be rich. You want to not be poor. You want to have a house, a wife, a dog, maybe even get a dog. And then your whole choices revolve around solving that problem. And I think as you grow, you start to realize how much success has to do with organizing your life, your systems, your daily habits, your routines, and a lot of the choices, things you latch onto, kind of solutions. You're looking for those kind of cookie cutters. Kind of the best word really I can think of right now is you're just looking for kind of these playbooks and solutions. And then you start to realize when the real breakthroughs start to happen is, and you realize through self-awareness, you start to develop and unlock things through the result of your own mind and the people around you. And that's when real innovation and amazing things start to happen. You can kind of nurture and create those things. The Let me know what you think. This has been a big one for me here in the last month, and I'm still reaping the benefits of thinking about this. Curious what self-awareness is in your world.